it is our pleasure to have officially the brand new manager of the Houston Astros here on the Matt Thomas Show, Matt and Ross, talking now with Joe Espada. What a whirlwind it's been for you the last handful of days. Joe, thank you for spending some time with us. Give me the last time you closed your eyes and before you went to sleep, what did you reflect on?
Oh, man. Well, first of all, thank you for having me on your show. And it's an honor to be, the manager of this team. I'm humbled by this opportunity and, just excited. I just can't wait to start working. I haven't closed my eyes for more than 5 hours at a time. So it's been crazy 48 hours, but it's very much worth it. I'm excited, grateful. There's so many emotions that are going through my family right now, but it's a dream, really a dream come true.
Joe, the interview process significantly different than other places, or because you knew Dana, you knew the organization so well that it was just kind of like old home, and you didn't have to have some of those nervous jitters that you would have if perhaps you were going for a job somewhere besides Houston?
No, I think that the conversation and the times I met with Dana were conversations that, like some other ones that I've had in the past. They were thorough. He had some tough questions. He wanted to know our team moving forward, our vision. He wanted to see if we can connect, and he was looking for a partner, and that's what I wanted to demonstrate during my interview process, that I want to partner with him and put a winning product on the field.
Yeah, and that's what Dana mentioned when he was talking about looking for a new manager. He wanted somebody that was going to work with the front office and collaborate. So if you could just describe your relationship with Dana and working with him in the past and now being the head man and the relationship you expect to have going forward.
Yeah, I truly believe that there's got to be a connection between, all the way from ownership all the way down to the manager's office, right? And the manager, sets the tone in the clubhouse with the players and the staff. And, my relationship with Dana, it's been good since day one. He's a straight shooter. He wants to know how you feel. He's very honest. And he's got a great eye for talent. He's got a great eye for people, and he wants to win. And that's what Jim wants out of our partnership. And we intend to do everything in our power to exactly just that.
Joe Espada, the Astros' new skipper, with us here on the program. AJ was one of my favorite people on earth, still remains to this day. Joe, I'm curious, you brought up Dusty during your press availability, but I wanted you to give us a thought or two about what you learned from your days working next to AJ Hinch.
Yeah, AJ is also one of my favorite people. Incredible person. He really taught me some, how to establish a relationship with players from the very beginning. I walked into a team that just recently won a World Series, and he, delegated some responsibility to me right away. So he trusted me, and I value that from AJ. He's a heck of a manager. Strategy, the way he connects, the way he prepares. I was always attached to his hip because I really thought that there was so much there to learn from him.
Everybody in life gets that opportunity to get a bump up, whether it's an assistant manager to a manager, or a vice president to a president's job. You're going from bench coach to a manager, and I'm sure you've done your due diligence about asking some of the changes. What has been the common theme from people you've dealt with in baseball about the biggest adjustment you have to make from being hey, I know Joe's got some great advice, now it's up to Joe to ultimately make some of these decisions?
The best advice that I gotten from all those managers that I worked from, Dusty, AJ, Joe Girardi, Elsie Guillen, it's so many people that I've been around. They always tell you, Joe, just be you, be yourself, be authentic. The players want to see who you really are. And that's what builds that trust between you and the players. We could talk about strategy, we could talk about style, and of course I've learned from some of those guys what works, what doesn't work. But at the end of the day, I need to be me, and the players want to see what I'm about. if I'm going to demand that out from them, just to have a good time and let's just prepare ourselves to win every single day.
Astros new manager Joe Espada with us here on Sports Talk 790. And one of the things with Dusty, as you know, Joe, is he mentioned on the way out, criticism being a part of the reason that he decided to retire. Is there anything you're doing to prepare or think of or mentally prepare? Because now you're the guy, right? So when things go right, you're going to get a lot of credit, and things go wrong, you're going to get some blame.
I'm not going to speak for Dusty and his experiences with the media, but that's part of the job, right? When we take this job, there's going to be some criticism, and there's going to be some good days. There's going to be some bad days, but we have to build from that. We got to move forward, put things behind us, and remain focused on our goal, which our goal is to bring this team back to the World Series.
Well, the best thing about the press conference today is you promised 60 home wins next year, so thank you for doing that in advance.
Well, we'll do our best to play better at home next season.
I know. I'm just teasing. You. I always know that you have a file drawer with all your buddies that you've been around baseball. Have you been inundated with texts about, hey, I'd love to come be a part of your staff? Do you have some guys in the back of your mind you've said, hey, when I get my opportunity, you're coming with me?
You know what? You get a bunch of text messages from coaches that you work for, that you work with, friends that will like to be part of your staff. But that's a collaborative effort with Dana. I think about our team. I think about our players. And, it's not about bringing your buddy to be here with you. It's about bringing the right person to help me execute our goal, which, again, is to win and get this team back to the World Series.
Is there anybody that would be, from a mannerism standpoint, that we could say, hey, you mentioned all the different managers you work for, but is there anybody that you've emulated when you were just thinking about it in the middle of the night about a scenario and how I would have handled this? Is there somebody that you kind of trying to emulate your game against as a manager?
You know what? Being from Puerto Rico, I got that Latino blood in me. You'll see some emotion. I get fired up in the dugout and some high fives, and might see a couple of ejections here and there because I'm passionate about what I do. I love what I do, and I believe in our team. So you'll see a fiery Joe Espada there in that dugout.
Well, I'm going to tell you something right now. Ross and I will start a GoFundMe account for your first ejection. So needless to say, you're not paying for a thing. You understand this, right?
Thank you.
All right. So what do the daughters want? What does the wife want? Did they want you for a little bit of undivided attention until you really start getting busy? I'm assuming that's number one thing on their agenda right now.
Yes. My parents are driving down from Dallas today, so I'll get a chance to have everyone at home and, get some a nice cooked meal, open a nice bottle of wine, and just celebrate this moment with, the people that I love very much. So it's been a great day, and it's going to be a great night.
Well, thank you for spending some time with us today. I know you've been inundated with interviews, and we appreciate you carving a few minutes for us. Congratulations. We're very happy for you. And by the way, Tuesdays are in the season. You and I will talk every week on this show. You don't know this yet, but congratulations.
No, I did. I do know. I'm looking forward to it.
I just want to make sure we're going to be besties on this. I want to exchange cell phone numbers. I want us to text during games if you get tossed. I want us to build a tight relationship. You know this.
No, I'll let our PR department handle all of that.
All right, very good. There you go, Joe. Way to integrate yourself with your radio buddies. Thanks, Joe. Thanks for the time. Congratulations.
Okay, thank you.
We'll see you later. Joe Espada with us here on the program. Always getting the PR people involved.
He just friend zoned you hard.
Yeah, he did. He's like, I'm not giving you my number.
That's okay.
That's all right. Thanks, Joe, for joining us for a little bit.
Mm-hmm. That's good to hear him.
Yeah.
Let's go.
He's already ready to get ejected. That's what I like.
Yeah, he said he was fiery.
When in doubt,
that Puerto Rican blood.
I
he's
want
ready to get tossed.
I want his ass out. We'll get that GoFundMe going.
We don't want to see him tossed that much.
Yeah.
But when the time is right.
It's really hard to get tossed in with the replay system now.
That's true.
So, all right. Thanks again to Joe Espada for joining us for